Welcome to Community Conversations. I'm your host, KK Kaneshiro, and we have a very special show for tonight. With over 1,700 outstanding teachers at the Fremont Unified School District, it takes a little something extra to stand out. Our guest tonight is not only a standout at the Fremont Unified School District, but also Alameda County as well. Amy Perez has been with the district for 12 years, the last 7 years teaching freshman English at Robertson High. She was chosen last spring as Fremont Unified School District Teacher of the Year on October 2nd. So excited, and was selected by the Alameda County Office of Education as the county's top instructor for 2014. Amy is joining us with us, and so proud and honored to have you with us tonight. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here.
Good. And I'd also like to introduce my famous co-host, Dr. Jim Morris, Superintendent.
Thank you so much.
So I got to ask you, Amy, was this expected? What was it like when you got the news?
Well, it was unexpected, and it was a long wait. So I submitted my application at the end of June, and they made us wait.
June of last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or this, yeah. And then I had to wait all the way till October 2nd to find out, and so I was a ball of nerves, and it was just, I was very, very nervous, and it was unexpected.
Okay.
And when they announced that it was me, I mean, I think my body went limp. My husband said I threw my other award and I clawed my way out of the seats. But I was just so happy for our school and for the district to receive this recognition.
Okay, so did you have to go to a dinner and that's when you found out, or did you find out prior to the event?
No, actually, they told us I found out at the event.
So it's like the Academy Awards.
It was exactly like the Academy Awards. They even had the little perforated envelope that they opened.
Oh my gosh.
You know, the weights.
Yeah.
And the suspense, and then they announced my name, and I almost but it was worth it. It was very worth it for that dramatic moment.
Now, where was this event at? Does it happen here, or does it happen at the county level, or?
It happened at the Castro Valley Performing Arts Center in Castro Valley.
Okay.
And so it was a huge venue. It was beautiful. It was much like a wedding reception with appetizers and music and a photographer. It was very much like the red carpet event for teachers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does this happen every year?
It happens every year, but I think what was most touching, when you look at every photo of Miss Perez up on that stage, her face is totally full of surprise, but her first words are, you know, this is really an honor that belongs to every one of my colleagues at my school. And I think that is really speaks to what's truly in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, I become a great teacher because of the team that I'm part of. It's not just me, although that's not my opinion, but that's what her heart is, you know.
It is. It's truly it's not just an opinion to me, it's fact that I couldn't do it without my Robertson family of colleagues and administrators. If it weren't for my administrators enabling me to become a leader at my site and also helping me to take risks and helping me with challenges and letting me know when I wasn't doing so well and giving me ways and opportunities to improve myself.
What a great support system.
Oh, definitely. And then my colleagues, I work with such amazing teachers, and not just amazing teachers, but amazing people with big hearts, so compassionate. Some of them come an hour before school starts and stay 2 hours after school ends to help teachers. I mean, those are the kind of giving people I work with, so I couldn't help but to express my gratitude and thanks to my entire staff.
Yeah, how sweet. You're going to make me tear up here.
I have to try hard not to tear up because we really are a family.
That's great.
And I think one of the things that makes me especially proud is that Amy is a teacher at Robertson, which is a continuation high school, with incredibly high expectations for finding that unique gift and talent in every student, for expecting students to achieve and graduate and leave Robertson prepared to go on to college. And it takes a very special kind of teacher to work with a population of students who are at Robertson. But it's just incredible honor for the district that a teacher who has those high expectations is recognized as representing all of Alameda County at the state level.
I mean, when you filled out that application, you knew there were 1,700 teachers that you were going against or competing with. What did you think, or what did you put on that application that made them think that you stood out? What were the qualifications or the things accomplished that you've done with your students?
Well, the application consisted of writing 9 academic essays
Oh my
with
gosh.
page limits and very strict guidelines. It was very daunting because
It's almost like a thesis.
yes, the
But it helped
prompts.
to be an English teacher.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. But, well, some of the examples of the prompts were, what is your teaching philosophy? What would be your national platform if you were chosen as Teacher of the Year? What are your strategies for engaging students and how to use assessments in the classroom? So they were very rigorous topics. And to limit the author on how many pages they can write about a certain topic, it was very difficult. So I was thinking, geez, how am I supposed to sound intelligent, compassionate, funny, all the total package in a page? It was very, very challenging. But with the
So
help,
there was only one page per question.
sometimes
Okay.
it was only a page, and at the most were 2 pages.
Wow.
And to put my philosophy and teaching in 1 or 2 pages was very difficult. But at the same time, it got me thinking, you know what, I do this every day. This is what I believe in. And so it became easier and easier
Okay.
to write. And then I had, of course, my support system at Robertson who helped me revise and read it and tell me, Amy, great, or Amy, no, go back. So there were several drafts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. That's a daunting task, in my opinion.
It is, but to answer your question, what made me stand out, I believe, is that I wrote it from in here. It wasn't from up here, but it really was from in here, and I had to really reconnect with why did I become a teacher and what keeps me so strong as a teacher, even
Right.
though I have those tough days.
Yeah. So what is your teaching philosophy?
Well, my number one thing that I keep at the forefront of my practices every day is students always come first. Of course, I'm tired. I have kids. Of course, I have bad days and I don't feel well, or a particular student was very challenging, or my lesson wasn't going as I had planned. Of course, I have those days, but I have to always, again, reconnect with why am I here? Why am I doing this? And that I love it. And it always brings me back. So my core always tells me students first, and that drives my attitude, it drives my decisions. And so it really helps in the classroom.
You can't tell her eyes lighting up, can you? That's
I'm
amazing.
very passionate.
I can't tell.
You know, I have to tell a little story about Amy, because when you began 12 years ago at American
High School, yes.
And one of her, Charlotte Aldrich, who works with our new teachers, was an observer of Amy's teaching at the very beginning 12 years ago, and still tells the story about that heart was there at the beginning.
Aw.
And it really, I think that's why Amy represents excellence in teaching so well, because it is truly, we have so many teachers in this district who have the heart to say, this child is never going to have this day again, and I have to give my best. And you're right, for the adults often,
Yeah.
I mean, teachers are human beings also. Principals are human beings also.
No way.
And we have good days and bad days
Yes.
and struggles and family stuff and relatives and everything else that
Right.
we deal with. But when you go into that classroom and you say, these children are never going to have this day again, I have to give them my best, it just, magic can happen even on the worst day. And I think you probably can tell stories about how it wasn't a good day for you, but you went into that room and the kids made it an incredible day.
Oh yeah, there's never a day that I don't laugh, and sometimes almost to the point of tears. They say the most creative, most funny things, and it's really magical because I develop such strong relationships with these students, and that also is part of my teaching philosophy, that in order to have the best engagement and have the best learning atmosphere, to have those strong relationships with students, or establish at least some kind of relationship, because I know we can't all connect with every single student
Right.
at that level,
Right.
but to the best of my ability, that's what I try to do. First thing is to establish that relationship and that trust, and that, hey, you can take risks, you can fail, but you will succeed.
You know, it's almost like your classroom is your escape from your world.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
is.
amazing.
And for my students too, I have
Yeah.
a lot of students tell me, your class is the only reason why I come to school, or
Oh, how
I would
sweet.
ditch all my other classes except yours. I know that's not the best thing, but it means a lot when I hear even one positive out of all the negative things. That one positive just takes away all the bad things
does.
that have happened through the day.
Yeah, it never fails. When you do something for others, anything bad washes away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to be new and exciting for you with this award? Do you have plans to go national?
I hope we're playing this waiting game again to see whether I made it to the next round at the state level.
Okay.
And so I think they told me I have to wait almost all the way till the end of October. So I'm waiting.
Another year.
Yeah. But for the time being, I'm enjoying the title, but also my students. I
Yeah,
mean,
what they think?
They are so proud, and I told them, you guys deserve to have good teachers.
Yeah.
You of all students deserve to have a teacher of the year in every single classroom.
Oh,
That they deserve the best.
I love that.
Yeah, because they've had a history of struggling in their previous schools for whatever reason that may be. And so I firmly believe that they need the best educators. The most struggling students should get the best teachers.
Now I have to ask you something. I heard that you have an example or a saying, students who work from the bottom to the top can succeed. What did you mean by that?
Well, what I meant by that is I came to this country at the age of 4 and I spoke no English.
Okay.
And at that time, there was very little support for English language learners. There was no ELD teacher at my side, and I had no ELD classes. So I was a classic sink or swim learner, and I sank a lot. I'm not naturally smart. Sorry.
What?
I'm just not, no. I had to try a little bit harder than all the other students, and not very many of my teachers were supportive, and I don't blame them because I don't think they had the tools
Right.
to support me at that time. And so I struggled. I also lived in a neighborhood where I lived in public housing growing up. My parents worked 2 jobs. They were hardly ever home, and I basically raised my younger brother. And I also, we were the only Asian family in a neighborhood full of Latinos and African Americans. And so it was a battle every day walking home from school.
Yeah.
I've been jumped, I've been spit
Wow.
on, I've been taunted, called every racial slur available about Asians. And so it was a struggle. I
Right.
wanted to give up. School was not one of the things that was at the front of my list.
Right.
I felt like I had to survive each day, that those few blocks that I had to walk home from school, it was like a war zone for me. Am I going to get beat up today? Or
Right.
are they going to steal my books or
Right.
ruin my homework? So luckily, I had very strong influences in terms of my parents, and also there were some teachers that really helped me. They sat down with me, and even though they didn't know exactly how, they took extra time to help me with my phonetics, with my reading and
Nice.
pronunciation. And they helped build my courage to try to learn English and try to use it. And I think that made all the difference for me, would be the good teachers that brought
And
that
now
out
look
of
where
me.
you are.
Yes, and so that's what I mean by starting from the bottom to the top. I had to
Right.
work extra hard, and I had to learn another language, and I had to deal with social issues and also economic issues. People would tease me and my brother for getting our clothes from the thrift shop, so that we had a lot of things going on. But throughout that, I had a fabulous support system at school, and I worked
And at
through
home.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked through it.
Yeah.
And I tell my students, you can do it too.
Right.
I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but here's what I went through, and here's where I am now.
Yeah. Good for
And
you.
it's that combination of that being able to instill that value of work harder, get smarter,
Right.
really helping students to understand it is about hard work.
It is.
Right.
You had to work hard, and I think that's what you see in Mrs. Perez's classroom, is she's able to not only communicate to the students that it is hard work. You have to work hard to do well.
Right.
But at the same time, knowing from those examples that you shared, sometimes it's that little bit of extra effort on the part of a teacher that makes such an incredible difference.
Right.
That can be, and oftentimes for teachers, that's why I'm always amazed when I walk around our schools and You look under the teacher's desk blotter. There's a little note a student wrote, or up on the bulletin board, a little note from a parent. Those are the treasures that
Yes.
keep teachers going,
Yeah.
is when you see that little breakthrough.
Oh, yeah.
And you're right, you may not hear about it until years later the students left your classroom,
Right.
and suddenly you're hearing back and they're inviting you to the wedding,
Yes.
or
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
those kind
Yes.
of things. Wow. I didn't do that much, but you really did.
Yeah. You just don't know it yet,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
which is
yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah, and that's the power of my
Mm-hmm.
profession. What I say can carry with a child for the rest of their lives.
Right.
I have many people come to me when they find out I'm a teacher, and they tell me stories. Oh, my third grade teacher told me this, or my fifth grade teacher did this. I will always hear teacher stories,
Yes.
and it always brings me back. I have a very powerful and noble profession, and so what I say can affect someone maybe for the rest of their lives. So I have to be very wise in what I say
Yeah.
and how I convey it to them.
Yeah. And I like, Robinson has always been one of my favorite schools because, seriously, because of the kids that come, they have struggles. It doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to do with intelligence. They just have struggles like you had struggles. You just have to find a way to bring it out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because of their struggles, that's all they see. And it's hard for them to focus on school or try to get over the fence and buckle down and work harder.
Yes,
So
definitely.
I congratulate you and all your team at Robertson because I think you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you so much.
So, but this is so exciting.
It is.
We got a star here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What'd your family
we
think?
agree.
Oh, my parents were really proud of me. I have
Yeah.
a very small family. My brother, he's in Southern California. He sent me flowers, but
Oh,
they're just saying that they had no idea how much support I had.
Yeah.
I think my mom said, when I saw all those people standing up and clapping for you, and she said those were your coworkers. She
Yeah.
said, I thought they were like your family.
Oh.
And to me, it meant so much because I always tell people we're a family at Robertson.
Yeah.
And I don't think people get it, but I think now that my mom says that, if she could see it, I'm sure that was conveyed to everybody
Oh, yeah.
else. Yeah, but I think I had the biggest crowd.
Right? It was definitely the Amy Perez fan club that night. There was a beautiful crowd.
That's so
and,
nice.
And I had the joy of sitting behind her parents and
Oh.
just watching their reaction
and how proud they were.
and the pride that they felt, because I'm sure your parents know better than anyone the struggles
Yes.
and how
Yes.
hard you had to work.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that was pretty incredible. But also the team from Robertson.
Oh, yeah.
There were, some teachers, there was a huge group of teachers there, and the
Yes.
ones who couldn't be there were there in spirit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was getting text messages all night, and it was amazing. And the support system I have extends up to the upper management here at the district office. There were so many people that came to represent our district from
How nice.
the top.
Yeah.
And the board members were there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
nice.
other thing that I think was really wonderful about that night was looking at the videos of the other teachers from
so
across the
inspirational.
county,
Yeah.
because there were some incredible
Oh,
teachers there. We were all
Oh my gosh, and there
critiquing
you
them,
are
saying,
sitting.
We'll recruit this one. We'll recruit this one. This one's good enough to be a teacher at Robertson. I mean, they were,
Oh yeah.
it was there are incredible teachers throughout the county, but
Oh,
to
yeah.
be the representative is just spectacular, and a huge source of pride for Fremont
Oh,
Unified.
absolutely. And for citizens of Fremont like me. So honored to meet you. Thank you so much for
you.
being here.
Thank you for
and I
having
wish you the best of luck for the Nationals. Go Amy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Morris.
And from everyone here at Community Conversations, we appreciate you watching and we'll see you next time.